Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome. You know what? We haven't played in a while. The Mimi song. Let me go to my wait, I can do it this way too. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Okay, I don't know where it is. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. No, it's Gmail. Okay. Sorry. Polly sent me something. Let's see. I think it's gonna be in sent or draft. Let's see if this is it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, let me screw it. Let me do it this way. No. I don't know who that is. The music. I'm gonna look one more time. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. And hello, Lisa. Hello, Daisy. Hello, Demon Dictator. Welcome. It's so good to see you guys. I thought I would play the Mimi song in yes, it calls for it.
The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show, it's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show, it's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show, it's the Mimi Show.
Mimi Show, the Mimi Show.
It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, it's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 yeah. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 oh. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 oh. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 yeah.
Is it? Okay, I'm looking for Tom Bauer. Tom Bauer. Okay, wait a minute. Of course they've hit back. They're hitting back on Tom Bauer, but I wanted us to go over. I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Found it. All right, here we go.
And a warm welcome to many of my viewers on the Mark Dolan Show on YouTube. We've been looking forward to this interview. I'm delighted to welcome in a Talk Breakfast and Mark Dolan Show exclusive, Tom Bauer, who is the author of Betrayal, Power, Deceit, and the Fight for the Future of the Royal Family, a book that's already a bestseller. It's released on Thursday. You can pre-order now, and I would urge you to do so. Tom Bauer, welcome to Talk Breakfast.
Hi, Marie.
Good morning. Thanks very much.
We'll start with a simple one, a nice, easy one as a warm-up. Is Prince Harry happy with his new life in California?
Ish. I'd say half and half. He'd love to be able to be both in California and have great status in Britain. And the lack of any status in Britain and diminishing status in California means that I think on the whole, he's pretty frustrated.
We're going to come to the rather perilous state of their respective careers in the public eye. Can I ask for your appraisal of the health of their marriage?
Well, in my view, the marriage is okay. I mean, I think that Harry always needed and loved Meghan. It was a marriage made in heaven for him. She obviously went into the marriage with other things in mind, namely fame and fortune and a glittering career in California. But I think on the whole, they have a good relationship. I don't think there's any evidence that they don't.
What about the suggestion that Meghan is a controlling, narcissistic personality? Of course, your brilliant previous book, which was Revenge, suggested that it was actually Meghan Markle that was the driving force behind Harry's departure from the royal family.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think what I show in this book is, in that episode, that she actually sort of fueled his grievances. What happened until he met Meghan, he was quite happy in Britain. He sometimes obviously frustrated about not being able to land a stable relationship with a woman. But in terms of his status, he was much loved, very popular, and was doing very well. But when she got here and saw what fate awaited her, in terms of being number two to Kate and not living in the luxury she wanted and having to obey the royal commands, she stoked constantly that he should feel aggrieved and should feel unhappy. And I think that is in the end why he agreed. And he himself wanted to leave Britain because she told him it was impossible for them to live happily in Britain. And for that, I blame her entirely.
In your best-selling biographies of other public figures, including Tony Blair and King Charles, you've been very unforgiving in your portrayal of these complex personalities. Can you describe the Meghan Markle that you know to my viewers and listeners?
Well, I think the Meghan Markle I know is on the good side, intelligent, resourceful, definitely resilient under fire. But on the other hand, intensely selfish, only self-opinionated, unable to see anything other than through her own lens, as she would say, appalling treatment of her father and her friends, old friends, a very conflicted personality. But worst of all for her is that she couldn't find huge fame and fortune on her own accomplishments. Her problem is she has very limited talent. She doesn't isn't a great actress, to say the least. She doesn't actually come across as someone of great warmth in when she's not acting. There's no mystery about her. She is just a hugely ambitious, grasping person. And
He's right. She's very ambitious, very driven to prove herself. And she's always been in that cycle of, I have to prove myself, I have to prove myself, I have to prove myself. And then when she goes into this proving moment in time, she can't prove herself because she's already messed up. No one trusts her. No one believes her. No one's cheering her on when she's in New York City, coming for an event paid for by her. You know, she doesn't command a crowd. She doesn't command anything, and it's because of who she is. She can't command a crowd to love her, to watch her. She's fading in the wind. And then she does these PR movements. And then she talks about her father. But what does she do? Going to hospitals and pretend that she cares. Oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you. She is so sorry. And she cares so much.
And I think that is, in the end, what brings her down. That there is nothing original about her.
Nothing original.
She's tried her hardest through Netflix and all the various podcasts to be able to borrow a very indicative individual, thorough, and prove herself unique, and has consistently failed to do that. And the reason why, I may just say why it's so fascinating, is because, of course, they are global characters, they're global celebrities. They've caused enormous damage to the royal family, and we're all fascinated how this is going to end. And that's the nature of my book. She's now paying the price of betrayal.
In both of your books, you paint a picture of Meghan Markle as very ambitious, very fame-hungry, interested in social position and money. Are her ambitions at odds with what Harry wants?
Yes. I mean, Harry, well, she was the third and now the fifth.
No, Harry wants what she wants. He's gravitated to what she wants and what her likes and desires are. So as long as he makes her happy, he's happy. That's not living. That's just existing. That's living for someone else. He has a sad, lonely existence. She turned him into a frog, Ribbit. He is not the prince we once knew. It's a sad story. It is a really, Harry has a sad legacy because his story goes something like he doesn't have a relationship with his father, his brother, with his family, with his country. He's in the United States and they can't stand him. I haven't heard anybody say anything nice about Harry. Debbie said he needs to come over here and be quiet about the First Amendment instead of our politics. Sure. Of course you can come up. This is a great subject, Doodoo Bird. I mean, Tom Bauer, in his own words about who she is, what type of person she is, and this is the type of person that I've been saying that she's been forever. She can't be fixed. And that's unfortunate because she's going to keep trying and pushing and pushing and pushing and trying to be loved. But people are just going to continue to push back because she doesn't go visit her father, because she doesn't have a relationship with her family, and she doesn't have a relationship with Harry's family. Look at that. Hello, Demon Dictator.
Hi, everyone. Oh, I love me some Tom Bauer. I really do.
I know, and he is...
He's on fire.
He's on fire. He's hot today because he's talking about his delicious book and what type of person she is. And he has her on point. He says she's fake. She pretends. She's not authentic. People can't relate to her. She doesn't have any talent. She can't act. I mean, and then the truth hurts. I heard that she had clapped back.
Yeah, they have clap. Well, they clap back on everything, even in minute stuff. They clap back. The problem is Mehgan. My personal opinion, Mehgan is so desperate to be liked. Yes. I want to just be liked and accepted for herself, and she can't. She's got a very thin skin, and she can't handle rejection. But she can't handle rejection. But this desperate to be liked. But at the same time, she can't see that she creates. We've said this so many times. Whoever she's talking to, she adapts her life story to them. And it's just lies. It's fictitious. She lives in a fantasy world, delusional world, in which she has
delusional.
Yeah, and she creates stories that don't exist, and she adapts them to whoever she's talking to. So she will tell 3, 4, 5 different stories to everybody, and in an attempt to be likable and elevate herself. See, I am a good person. I am a nice person. But the problem is when you meet people who tell 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different stories, and on the one hand, I'm so nice, but continuously tell 3, 4 different stories about everything, while being an horrendous bully to anyone who doesn't put her on a pedestal. And this is what she can't see it. She can't see this pattern of behavior. It's bizarre. This is why people are so addicted. It's insane to watch.
It is insane to watch. And the problem, the crazy part about it is that you used to have it, but you don't have it anymore. And now that you don't have it, you can't even get it back. And
it's gone.
It's gone. It's impossible. It's not going to happen for you, no matter what photo shoot you take, no matter what charity event you go to, no matter what award you pick out for yourself, it just is not going to happen because
Yeah.
you have shown yourself to be and still to be. You didn't even go and see about your dad, but you
No.
want to fall in love with you. How is that possible?
Yeah. It's yeah, and as far as Harry's concerned, I don't think that, again, Harry's the same. They're like, it's a thing called a folie à deux, the madness of two. When you've got two people who are unwell and they get together, Harry and Meghan are perfect for each other because they are both very unwell. They both live in fantasy worlds of which they have no grip on reality. She told him when they married, he's got massive grievances, drug and self-confessed drug use and abuse. He lives in a fantasy world. Obviously, he's quite traumatized from his mum died for sure, and a life of drugs and alcohol, which has distorted his mind and his view. And when she come along and said to him, "You're a victim. Do you know this? All your family hates you." In his crazy mind, he believed her.
Yeah.
He didn't. She told him he was a victim, and he believed her. He goes, "Oh my God, I'm a victim. You're right. I am a victim."
Yeah.
And she's plotting and planning. See, look at your brother had an extra sausage at dinner. You see, they don't like you. And he's going, "Oh my God, you're right. He did have an extra sausage at dinner. I am a victim. You're right. I'm a victim."
Divided that. Just
Look at this.
total divide.
Yeah. Look at this tiny little house you've got. You're a victim. Look at those massive apartments that your brother's got.
They don't treat
And
you the same.
Yeah, they don't treat you the same. And he's gone, "Oh my God, you're right. I am a victim." And I'm a victim. I am a victim because in his
Now he's got
13-year-old
that
mind,
victim circumstances, that victim mentality in his mind, knowing
yeah,
that he's privileged. It's weird. And
yeah,
that's why people look at him in a weird state because all his life he's just been given everything.
he had the
Silver
best of the best. They
spoon.
both did. They both did. They both had private schools, private education. You know, they had privilege, a very privileged upbringing. But it's not good enough. It's not good enough for them. They have to be something else. I've got to be something different. And again, with Harry, when she took him to, again, this guy has never had a job. He's never had to pay bills. He's never had to pay a bill. When she goes, "We'll go to America and we'll be rich," he doesn't have like a reference point where we go, "Yeah, we've got mortgage bills, you've got to go to a job, you go to a job you hate, nightmare bosses, but you've got to do it because you've got to pay them bills and you've got to put food on the table." Harry just doesn't understand this.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. It's like he said,
doesn't know how to make money.
No.
He never had to. He's
No.
never had to.
Yeah, that's why he said
a situation that he has to make money. And
Yeah.
what can you do?
He doesn't have it. And that's why he said to them, "My father cut me off financially." And you go, "Well, yes, you left. This is why he still can't today."
Oh,
When people say
like
you left the rule, you chose to leave. And in his mind, he didn't think that he was going to lose his security or his money or the finance. He didn't believe that was going to happen. I'm a member of the royal family. He's my father. I have to have all this stuff. So when he left, I don't think he actually understood that he was actually going to lose everything.
I think he did, and he knew he was, and that's where all that suing came in at. But I think that his Jezebel convinced him, like you were saying, you're the spare. They treat you like this. They do this to you. You need to write a book about how they treated you. You need to do this, Harry.
Yeah. There you go.
In line to succession, and you're a member of the royal family, your ambition isn't clearly material. I mean, he had all the money he needed. He had all the fame he needed. He had the applause he needed. The point about Meghan is she was looking for fame. She was looking for applause. She was looking for international recognition.
Of course, she was looking for all that, and she took it from him. She took his fame from him. Whatever shine that he used to have, she removed that. Look at his face. His shine is gone.
Yeah.
Your glow is gone. Your shine is gone. And you look like a frog. And not just any frog, a weak frog. You do, next to her. And it's not a good look. It's really not a good look. It's just the roles are so reversed, and not only are they reversed, but I really believe that there is a domestic V going on. I just believe he's in a battered syndrome situation, allegedly.
Yeah, a lot of people say the same. If the roles were reversed, it would be like coercive control. But when it's a man or a woman doing it to a man, it's not all often accepted that way. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody wants her jam.
She wants to throw it away right now.
Yeah, yes.
And just sell the jars to recycle a recycle plant. So the only way she's going to get money out of that is the only way she's going to get any money out of that is just sell the jars. Give the pots a wash and sell them to a recycling plant. That's the only way she's going to make any money.
Oh, wow. Maureen says, Harry always been nasty little poop. He blames everything on his mother's death, but the truth be told, he was born nasty. Polo says, he is whip-de-doo. He is. He's been like that for a very, very long time because he's yet to stand up to her. Her father, husband, friend, doors were open for her by someone else, not on her own merits. That's right.
Well, majority of it, but she did get suits. She did get suits by herself, and she was in their suits for like 7 years. So, you know, she did maintain something by herself. I mean, she was only 7 on the call sheet. She wasn't a massive character, so let's not go crazy. But yeah, she you know, give her a little bit of credit for suits. But yeah, the rest of it was by other people.
Harry went from being a royal to being an infected boil.
Maureen, I look forward to you every day, you know.
Whoa!
I look forward to you coming on here, Maureen. I want to be friends with you, Maureen, in real life. I do.
I love her. Yes, Daisy. There's trouble ahead. He's got to book. He's got to book himself to do these speeches, and he's only worth 50,000. She's got to do a retreat, and you know, they got to pay $3,000 a plate. A situation. Yeah, they're scraping.
Yeah.
Which of course she failed to get because she had not enough talent. It was only by marrying Harry that she became the global celebrity that she is. Her problem is she can't earn any money anymore. She made her money selling the dirt on the royal family. Much of it, of course, in my view, invented.
You sold your soul to Oprah and Netflix, and now you have nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing to say, nothing to give, nothing to offer. And the sad part about it is she's no longer connected to the royal family.
Yeah.
Really, really connected, guys.
Yeah. The problem is she sold different versions of the same story to Oprah Winfrey and Netflix, and all the books. She told different versions in every single, and all the books, Finding Freedom and all this stuff. She told different versions, and by that she told on herself as being an untrustworthy person, that actually nothing she says can actually be trusted.
You can't trust her.
And therefore all the stories that all the claims that she made against the royal family can't be true, because she gave different versions, many different versions of the same thing. And so she told on herself, and the whole public just went, well, we can't trust you anymore, and just don't want anything more to do with her.
Yeah, we can't trust you, because if
Trust you.
we say something to you, you're going to manipulate that, turn it into something else, and then we're going to look like the bad guy.
Any person will tell you, once you're proven to be untrustworthy, whether you're not telling the truth or manipulating or creating situations that don't exist, once people see that in you, they don't trust you anymore. You can't get it back. My personal opinion.
Get it back. And that is so, don't mean to bring her up, but it is just like that. Manipulative, can't trust. Once you've damaged that trust, that's it. It's over. And that's in any relationship.
Yeah.
But what's shocking to me is that I've never been in a relationship with a woman where I actually felt like I was going through a bad relationship with a man, as if I was married to that person because of all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've all been there, even friends and family, other, women. It's just there's something wrong there with these people. There's just like the wires are crossed in their brain. They're not wired up properly for some reason.
Exactly. And like my mom said, you'll never be able to understand it.
No, you can't.
Your brain doesn't think like that.
No. It's like if you say to people, if I lie, then you must lie too. If I cheat, then you cheat as well. If you steal things, well, you must steal things too, because I do it, so you must do it too. They think that they're perfectly normal. They justify, for somehow reason, they justify lying or abusing people or manipulating or stealing or cheating or whatever. They justify it for some reason. And because I do it, so you must do it too. This is why you end up in endless fights with people. They're fights that go on forever, because in their heads they can justify it, because, well, I cheat and I lie, so you must do it too. So you end up in a fight. They end up in fights with people because they believe that you're lying too, and you're a cheater too, and you're doing it too. Does that make sense? So the fight goes on forever. Yeah, because they justify it, because I do it, so you must do it too. Well, I'm telling lies, so everything you say must be a lie as well. And the battle goes on forever. There's no end.
There's no end. And there's no accountability. There's no, there's not going to be a reckoning, day of reckoning.
No, there's no ending. It just goes on. Because I lie, so you must be lying too. I cheat, so you must be doing it too. So I'm justifying in my lying because you're lying as well. And it just goes on. That's why you just got to cut the cord and walk away.
Yeah, exactly. And not just cut it cut it and walk away and don't listen. You got to all the way off, or it will trigger you.
Sometimes it is for your own safety, because
it is.
Because like I said, they justify it somehow. So sometimes you've got to go for your own safety, because it can get pretty bad. It is, Maureen. It's not even a liar. It's people that deluded people. mentally ill people who manipulate and fantasists.
Actually,
It's
mental
horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous.
mental ill people that have mental issues that are in denial about their mental issues, and it's not your job to get them to understand that.
Yeah. Well, Daisy, I'd have neither. I'd just walk away. Yeah. We're getting
And
deep
now
today.
finds herself at an unfortunate crossroads where she can't raise money by work anymore, other than tawdry things like going to Australia and this health farm, and needs to find it.
That's a problem. That is a huge issue with what is going, that's always been an issue. What is going to happen when everything dries up? When there's nothing else left? What are you going to do? And so these are the things that she now has to think about, because she doesn't have Netflix. She doesn't have the $1 million deals anymore. They're not knocking on the door. And the difference between being a royal and a celebrity, there's two different types of work ethics here. You got to have a talent in Hollywood, and you got to get up out the bed and do your job in the UK. But you both are doing something.
Yeah.
But she's not talent. She doesn't have it. You don't have it. You've been trying for 7 years to prove to us that you are something other than what we've been seeing.
Yep. And time's run out, I'm afraid.
It really has. She can't keep rebranding herself. The brand thing is done with. You know, the Vogue magazine, remember she was in Vogue taking pictures, and another article, no, Bazaar. The Bazaar, which I would love to read. It's just unfortunate.
That was craziness, that Bazaar article. It really was. It was crazy.
Yeah, see, we got to read that. Yeah. Because she's eyeing it and me, and entrepreneuring in it. And that's not going to get people to like you. Your accomplishments don't mean success always. And that's where those, I'm going to buy an award today. I'm going to buy this award. I'm going to buy that award, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the hospital and pretend, bring the cameras.
Yeah, it's sorry when you tried to take down the Queen, stupid thing to do.
Very. But the idiot Harry let you do it. Go right ahead.
Then you way for the rest of her life, and you
he helped
source
her.
of income.
He did. He gave her permission. He let her set the stage. Yes, my family is racist because Archie's skin is going to be black and he's not going to get security. And Oprah should have said, that ain't making sense. That ain't even making sense.
Harry, on the other hand, could easily just have returned to Britain and be embraced by the royal family, but I think that's now very difficult for him.
Thanks to the success of your career as a best-selling author and journalist, you're a man of means, Tom. Have you bought any of Meghan's flower sprinkles?
Even I couldn't afford them, and frankly, I wouldn't know what to do with them. So I've resisted that temptation.
I want to ask you about the mystery around her retail arm, as ever, which, as you'll be well aware, is a name taken from a successful New York fashion house, which they were none too happy about. Has she actually sold millions of dollars worth of jam, flower sprinkles, and Napa Valley rosé?
No, absolutely not. I mean, that's one of the many revelations in the book. I mean, the jam, which was meant to be the strawberries picked in her garden and then lovingly turned into jam on the hob in her kitchen with Lilibet looking on, in fact is a spread manufactured in Ohio, Illinois, and put into a rather attractive jar. We tracked the jar makers down too, and they sold very few of the jars to the Illinois bottling plant and manufacturing. So of course not.
Oh,
That is why Netflix have finally admitted or revealed this week that they are ending their relationship with her, which I predicted in my book. I mean, the book just shows exactly how Meghan's commercial ambitions failed right at the very beginning, because for two reasons. One is she didn't have enough money to launch her project. I mean, you need a fortune. And secondly, the only reason why people buy Meghan's jams and sprinkles and everything is because they love Meghan. They want to be associated with her. And she doesn't have that sort of profile.
Now, the couple have savings because we know that Harry inherited money from the Queen Mother, the late Queen Mother, and of course his mother, Diana. And he earned in the region of $20 million plus for the book Spare. And there was that original Netflix deal. But of course, we now know that the Sussexes have been unilaterally dumped by Netflix. Is it conceivable that the Sussexes could eventually run out of money?
Absolutely. I mean, the cost of living for them is enormous. I mean, the security alone, which they feel they need, must cost between $1.5 and $2 million a year. The upkeep of their home and their staff must cost at least another $2 million. And then there's the rest. So I think that they're running out of money. I mean, I've conservatively put their annual expenditure at $3 million, but for that they'd have to earn $4 or $5 million. And it's they're running out of money because they run out of people to interest to buy their story.
oh, there it is. The story's over. It's not a love story. It's not the story made in matrimony heaven and they're on the beach and everything is just peachy king and everything is just lovely. No, it's not a love story like that. I didn't get that. And the deals are dried up. People, you cannot make it here, Mehgan, without deals. You can't make it without a lucrative someone believing in you and investing in you. And that's not happening anymore.
No, they did. They tried to sell, not only take the royal family down, but they sold their love as a fairy tale. That, this triumph over, they loved each other, the biracial woman and a white guy, and they saved each other. She saved him from this terrible family and he saved her. And they tried to sell it as this magic fairy tale and no one believed them. So that's right. It. There's nothing left.
There's nothing left and they're damaged goods. That's right, Maureen.
Yeah.
Pickles, 3 more days for Tom Bauer's book. Amazon, yep, I'm going to be getting it. Her biggest accomplishment was snagging Harry. Otherwise, she's accomplished nothing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%, Debbie. Because without him, we still wouldn't know who she is. I wouldn't know. And neither with you.
And she only got him because, I know this is a horrible thing to say, and I know that, but she only got him because nobody else would take him on. And I know that sounds horrible because he's a self-confessed drug addict with severe mental illness and he's paranoia. He's always thinking he's going to die any minute. If everyone's out to get me, they're going to kill me. And how can you can't live with this? It's horrendous.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's horrendous.
And that's why I think in the end, they'll be desperate to come back to Britain to revalidate and reconcile with the royal family, which in the end will be the only way they might be able to save themselves. I think that's a remote possibility.
Is there a way back for Harry in regards to the royal family, his father, the king, and his brother, William?
No.
I don't believe so. Definitely not in public with the king, which is, of course, is exactly what Harry
the more time you let go by, the more time that you move on and you live a separate life from them people. You mourn and you grieve them. You do. I believe that William grieved Harry and had to move on and live and take care of his family. And now he can move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Like,
do. Yeah, you do grieve people, even if they're alive. You grieve
yes.
you grieve the relationship, absolutely. And I'm sure the king grieved his relationship with his son as well. But the problem with Harry is he continuously does it. It's not like a one-off Oprah Winfrey interview where, you know, I made a mistake and then he proves to his family that I made him and I'm remorseful. It was a bad thing, and you put it right. You show remorse and you understand what you've done. You show remorse and you try to put it right. Harry has not done that.
No.
He does the same thing. He has continuously attacked his family. He has allowed this Jezebel to come in and attack his family, and he's helped her do it.
He's
And
helped
it
her.
is a
He's
continuous
allowed
thing.
her. He's given
Yes.
her permission.
And it's continuous, and it's a continuous attack. It's not a one-off. It's a continuous attack.
All the time. It's constant. Little digs at the family. And what do they have to do? Never explain, never complain, never explain. They have to just move on with the situation, which is one of the best lessons they can teach us all.
Exactly, because how can you respond if your brother tells the world that you're a racist? You can't respond to that. How can you prove that you're not?
Right. What are you going to say? I'm not racist.
I'm not. Prince William said we're not a racist family. There's nothing. You can't prove it.
Right.
So you have to just go. Well, there you go. I'm not a racist family, but you have to move on.
You do.
But
I agree.
you move. What you do is you just move on and you prove with your behavior and your beliefs that you're not a racist person.
Exactly.
Your character.
What shows.
And how you speak about people. That's how you prove that you're not a racist person. Which is why I believe William and Charles and Catherine and the royal family actually proved it by carrying on and doing good in the world, while Harry and Meghan continued to do bad.
Exactly.
Really.
I agree.
Once at the Invictus Games in Birmingham, I don't believe the king will dream of doing that, not least because there'll be riots from the Muslim population there when the Israeli competitors start turning up at the track. And secondly, I don't think William would allow it. William, I'm sure, and I completely understandably, is not going to have Harry making more trouble in Britain. He's had enough problems with Andrew. He doesn't need more problems with Harry. And the trouble is that letting Harry and Meghan back into Britain to revalidate their royal status will only give them another boost to sell themselves, either in Australia or Canada or wherever, to make money out of their royal titles. And I think that'll be a disaster for the royal family.
Well, I'm itching to read your book when it comes out on Thursday, and excerpts have appeared in the Times newspaper. And in one of those excerpts, you reveal that Harry is very concerned that given the harsh treatment meted out to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, that he could suffer the same fate when William becomes king.
Well, that's what I'm told, and I do believe it. I think that Harry never believed that he'd be able to be stripped of his titles. And nor for that matter did Andrew, because they were always believed they needed a very complicated act of parliament. Well, I think that has now been shot. I mean, clearly there was a constitutional fudge, and somebody just signed letters patent, and that removed Andrew's titles. I think if Harry and Meghan in any way threaten the royal family from now on, and as they have in the past, William will be minded to do exactly the same, not only to Harry and Meghan, but also their children, because he doesn't need a rival, hostile royal family in California. He's got enough problems to restore the monarchy after all the terrible things that have happened over the last year, and doesn't need more trouble from Harry and Meghan.
And mentioning other members of the royal family, you've reported that William advised Harry against rushing into this relationship with Meghan Markle when they were courting. I think they met in 2016. They courted for a couple of years, got married in 2018. William was concerned about the pace by which that relationship was maturing. Meanwhile, even Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, a discredited man, was pretty smart when he said to Harry, "You need to do your due diligence about this woman." Andrew was right, wasn't he?
Well, if the story is true, yes. But I think that Harry did his due diligence. I mean, Andrew is not one to speak about due diligence or any judgment at all. I wouldn't take a word of advice from him. But I do think that Harry, on the whole, was right. He was a man who couldn't find an English woman who caught up with his depressions, his paranoia, his lack of intellect, to be very crude about it. And Meghan gave him a safety net, obviously for her own purposes, but she really did give him the motherly and other love which he needed and support, and listened to all his complaints and his gripes. I think at the beginning they were a good team, and he was very proud of her. So I think that he chose, in that sense, well. The problem was he didn't realize her agenda. And as I show in the book,
that he married what?
He married well. This is what I said before. He can't find anybody to marry him because he is his lack of intellect. He's not an intelligent person. He's stupid, basically, and his whinging and the gripes and his grievances. It's hard to live with someone like that who is continuously doomsday, doom and gloom, paranoia. And that's why most of the girlfriends he had just walked away from him. They can't cope with him. But Meghan, she let him talk, she mothered him, she took care of him. And in her, he found somebody who he believed loved him and would take care of him. But in her mind, she saw a very damaged prince who, for her, she would be the world's number one, a princess. And she finally got all the world looking at her, and she would get all the attention and love from the world that she craves.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
It does. And they gave
and so
it to her.
Yeah. They were perfect for each other. They were perfect. They were both very, very damaged people, and together they found a home they found a home with each other for their illnesses, if you like. Her desperate need for attention from the world, and his desperate need to have somebody put up with his doom and gloom and misery. And they were perfect for each other.
Yeah. The atomic bomb.
Yeah, folie à deux, the madness of two. That's what I said earlier. Folie à deux, the madness of two.
Which I know is the first time of many new stories in the book. The royal family knew long before the wedding that Meghan was going to be trouble. As I describe in the book, there was a very famous member of the establishment who every 3 or 4 weeks sat with Meghan in Kensington Palace for more than an hour, explaining to her the job of being a part of the royal family. And after the 3rd or 4th session, that person reported that she was going to be amazing trouble and didn't believe she'd stay.
Wow.
So the royal family knew before the wedding that they were going to face a major, major problem.
Most definitely. Now, the Sussexes have responded angrily to the forthcoming publication of your book, and you've been characterized as something of a conspiracy theorist, a bit of a nut job. How do you respond to that?
Well, First of all, gratitude, because they pushed the book to #1 on Amazon. But secondly, they made their judgment clearly without reading the book. And thirdly, they believe that the only way that anyone can write about them is with their permission, quoting their words. They want to control the narrative of everything that is said about them. These sort of people cannot stand that they can be judged objectively with the facts and the truth, and not, as one says, Mehgan's truth, which is very far from what we would call the truth, the objective facts. So I
Yeah.
don't care at all what they say.
See, Louis?
I do care about the damage they cause. And if I may say so, in the book, there's a load of fascinating new material which I discovered about their trips to Colombia, Nigeria, the writing of Harry's book, the making of the Netflix series, insiders telling me astonishing things about the way they behaved and what their agenda was. So when they read the book, I think they'll be even more furious than after having read one excerpt in the Times.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't wait for this. I really can't.
It's going to be explosive. He's like, they're going to be pissed off. They haven't even begun.
Yeah,
It's my view, having
Uh-huh.
No, it's okay, Karen.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed off.
read your brilliant first book, which was called Revenge, that Meghan Markle is not just ambitious, Tom, driven and intelligent in a strategic way. She's also transactional, isn't she? And there seems to be a pattern that when people cease to be of use to her, she drops them like a hot coal. For example, her first husband, Trevor Engelson, who helped her in her career in Hollywood, she gets the part in Suits, $50,000 an episode. He bites the dust. She sends him her rings back in the post. Similarly, you mentioned her father, Thomas Markle Sr., who it's reported has spent at least $500,000 on her education when he was a successful lighting director in the United States. He's fighting for his life in a Philippines hospital, and he doesn't even get a phone call from his daughter. So she's ruthless and transactional. Could Harry bite the dust when he ceases to be of use to the Duchess?
Well, that's always been the view of many people, that she will dump him when he is no longer much use. But she'd have to have an escape route. She'd have to find a sort of a Silicon Valley or somehow aging billionaire that would want to take her on. I don't think she'd walk into the wilderness. I can't imagine any man finding happiness with Meghan Markle. I mean, I think it'll be pretty difficult. But I'm told there are Americans that would find her attractive.
Did he say find her very difficult?
Because I don't think any man would. Basically, goes. I don't think any man would want to have her. Basically, is what he said.
I agree with him 100%.
She's just too much trouble.
She's trouble. She's trouble, and that's what Donald Trump said. She's a handful.
She's trouble, and she's transactional. She's only with you for what she can get from you.
What she can get from you. Then when she's done with you, she's done with you. She's gone. And that's
I know a lot of people like that who they get into relationships and they're already looking for the next person, even though they've just met someone. They are continuously looking for the next person.
Exactly.
Just in case this one goes wrong, which it always will. I'm looking for the next person, always.
Exactly.
She dresses up and looks terrific when she wants to. In private, she is an absolutely screaming woman, unable to control her emotions when she's criticized. Will she dump Harry? Well, there's no evidence that she will, but many believe that it's impossible for the marriage to continue. I think the children keep them together. I think the lack of escape for Harry to back the royal family will keep them together. But they're under huge pressure now because of the finances. And I think that is always a huge test, a big test on any relationship. So we must just wait and see. I mean, that's what makes this story so fascinating, because it plays out in front of us daily or weekly. and we just wonder how will it end.
Yep.
It's my view that Harry loves Meghan, but I just wonder whether Meghan loves him, Tom.
Nope.
No,
Well, other than loving herself,
Hell no.
no.
She's incapable.
Yeah, I don't think she can. I don't think she knows what it is, what love is.
Mm-mm. I don't think she's ever felt it.
I believe it. I believe she's by her dad.
I don't. Anytime you can cut someone off like that and they're your father, how can you love that person?
No, I don't think. I think her father loved her very, very much,
Okay.
but she doesn't love him because I don't think she knows what it is. She's a spoilt brat. That's what it is. She's transactional. She's been spoilt too much, and love to her is money and things. That's what love is things. You know, she was probably tantruming as a child. If you don't give me this, you don't give me this, you don't give me this, you know, I'm not going to speak to you again, or I'm going to withhold love from you until you give me what I want. And she's a spoilt brat, and her father gave her and gave her and gave her, probably overcompensated because her mother was not around. And that's what she believes love is. Love is transactional. It's what I can get from you.
Yep.
You know, and I'm not a psychologist, by the way. This is just my own thoughts and opinions.
It's very good. I'm enjoying them.
Yeah, that's what happens when you spoil children.
Yeah, I'm scared.
massively, and probably loving her children. Perhaps Harry comes fourth, but she needs the prop. The problem with Meghan is that you only get what she wants you to know, other than the insiders who then leak what they see. And even in front of the insiders, she rations their access very, very carefully. Few people are actually allowed to watch Meghan and Harry alone. They were seen in Colombia alone, and there was a big row there. But, you know, these are marriages. I can't tell you. I mean, the thing about Meghan is that she fascinates us because she is so determined, so ruthless, so narcissistic, so determined to succeed. And at the moment, she's on a downward spiral. She's paying the price of betrayal. Betrayal, not only the royal.
That's it right there.
Paying the price of betrayal.
The
Ooh,
price of betrayal.
betrayal. Paying the price of betrayal. Karma will always come for you. It always does.
And
It may wait, but it will always come for you.
Mm-hmm. It's just begun.
But it's that never end. That's the thing I was saying earlier. That never ending approval. I want to be loved. Never ending.
Yep.
Just, you know, love me. Everybody love me. I'm a wonderful person. Just love me.
We did.
And it's this never. It's like this hunger inside of her. Like me, love me. You know. It's.
But I mean, it's like she's possessed by it.
Yeah. I am a lovely person. Everybody love me. It's sad to watch somebody who is so desperate to be loved and approved, and no matter how nothing is good enough, but nothing will ever be good enough. No, marrying into the royal family, standing on Buckingham Palace, Netflix deals,
Not good enough.
Netflix deals, everything, this worldwide fame and attention, that she's got it. You went the highest of the high. You went to the highest place you can.
You did. You didn't.
You're a princess. You married into the royal family. You stood next to the Queen on Buckingham Palace. You got to be the highest, and it wasn't good enough. It's never going to be good enough. But it's this hunger inside of her which will never end. It'll never be satisfied.
Filled.
It'll never be filled. This never-ending chase of trying to find what love is.
Yeah. And Harry will never be able to make it happy.
Nobody will ever be able to make her happy. This is what I'm saying about love. And again, my opinion of She was spoiled as a child. She didn't know what love was. Love for her was transactional. I'm going to scream and scream and scream until my dad gives me this, and I'm going to scream and scream until you give me this, because love is transactional. Love is you giving me money, cars, clothes, that's what love is to her. Love is not a feeling of, of being in love with another person. And that's why she's just continuously trying to find it. If you love me, Harry, you'll do this for me. If you love me, you'll do this for me. Trevor, if you love me, you'll do this for me, because that's what love is to her. It's just transactional. There you go. Sorry, I went on a rant again.
Oh, you're fine.
Poor side chat's like, oh, just get her off.
Family and her father, and as you say, her first husband, but lots of friends. Betrayal comes at a price. And that is why the book tells a whole new story about this extraordinary couple and obviously their battle with the royal family.
The clock is against us, Tom. Couple of quick ones before we let you go. Another extraordinary revelation from this fascinating book, which is already rightly at the top of the book charts, is that Queen Camilla took the view that perhaps Meghan had brainwashed Harry. What's the story there?
Well, I think that's exactly what I was saying about they realized before they even got married that Harry had become a sort of grievance machine. He had literally turned and changed from being this charming, loving young prince into a person who constantly complained. And that was entirely Meghan's making, because she wanted to go back to California. So the Queen...
Entirely of her making, because she wanted to go back to California.
Well, yeah, I mean, I disagree. That I do believe she got kicked out, and I think they've covering this up. I think that they had no choice but to go back to California. Maybe she wanted to go back to California when she realized that she'd messed it up, and they didn't like her anymore. And she went, right, well, I'm going to go over there and make people be a success over there. She
did not want to be in England. It was not pretty enough for her, or famous enough for her, or Oprah mansion.
Well, sure, you can ask my opinion. Of course it is. I don't agree.
Oh yeah.
I think she came over to England and she messed it up. The royal family couldn't stand her. Britain, we did like her in the beginning, but her terrible behavior and her bad personality came through, and we decided we didn't like her. And so she does what all narcissists do, is they go, right, fed up with all this, I've got to go and find somewhere else. I've got to go and find somebody else who's going to love me. She just literally dumped the country, but only once she realized that she'd messed it up, and they kicked her out. I think they kicked her out. Behind the scenes, they kicked her out. Okay. And only then the big dreams of California came true. But Harry, we can go to California because they love me. They'll love us and we can be billionaires. But I believe that only came after she had messed it up so badly that they didn't actually have a choice. But there you go. But you're allowed your opinion as well. Of course you are.
Yeah, and I don't think she's ever gone back.
Oh, she'll go back if they got no money.
We'll see.
But they'll never be working royals. They'll never be working royals.
Yeah, we'll see. But she's too good for that.
He said she's brainwashed him.
And then very briefly, you've written a brilliant book about Charles. From memory, I think it's called Rebel King. I read it a year ago. How do you think Charles feels at the moment about his son? Where is Charles at emotionally in regard to Harry, do you think? Because we know that William is done with his brother. There's one quote attributed to William, effing hates his brother. What about Charles?
Well, desperation. Here's a sick father, estranged from his son, clearly racked with guilt about the way that he was treated as a child when Charles was going with Camilla and the marriage clearly had broken down, then died. Unable actually to find a way to solve a problem, not least because of Meghan and because of William. So torn.
It's the interview they all wanted. My thanks to Tom Bauer, who's the author of Betrayal, Power, Deceit, and the Fight for the Future of the Royal Family. It's at the top of the charts. Pre-order now. A devastating read. And of course, Tom Bauer does not pull his punches. The Sussexes hate this book. That's why you need to read it.
Got no sound.
Sorry about that. I was choking.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. On some gum. I want to thank you, Demon Dictator, for coming up here and being my co-host. I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot to me because sometimes I get really lonely up here.
Oh, more people should come up. Side chat. You can all come up. Anyone can go up.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, I like coming up.
Maureen says her ego is a bottomless pit.
It is. Those spoiled brat who grow up to be spoiled adults who just gimme, I want, give me, just non-stop 24 hours a day, and you just can't satisfy them. It's never ending.
Yeah. You're never going to satisfy this person. It's not going to happen. Well, guys, I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been a long morning. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your support, your love. Somebody gave me a super chat the last I don't forgot who it was, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think it was Daisy. But thank you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.
Thank you guys. Bye. Thank you, Pickles, for your lovely words. Thank you.
Thank you, Pickles. Thank you for modding too, Pickles. Thank you for modding, Daisy.
It's endless.
Moderators, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay.